Yo, 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 it's another podcast with your boy, Bill, James, and Tig's Excellent Adventure. This week, we're going to talk about
Kaepernick versus the NFL. Why is he not on a team?
Ray Lewis. Why are you out here preaching?
Not about God, Ray. It's not about God. Denver or Minnesota? Who will be the last team to get into the playoffs?
It's all happening right here. You might already know the answer to some of these questions.
You probably know the answer.
That's right. That's right. It's another fucking podcast.
Yeah.
That's right, that's right, that's right. It's your boys, Bill, James, and Tig's Excellent Adventure.
What's happening, people?
Yes, we are the number one podcast in the nation, the world, and all of the motherfucking universe, and we right here to bring it to your ear, bitch. Like and subscribe.
Put us in your ear. I'm the new flavor in your ear.
You sound like the gospel preacher when you do that.
Oh no, I'm about to. We gonna.
That's what I feel like. I feel like church is about to start.
Oh no, let me tell you something. That's not what the preacher sounds like. The preacher sounds like Ray Lewis. You ever see Ray Lewis on television? How he try to get real deep on you.
Amen.
He said, I saw him this morning. He said, Shannon, I got a son. You know what I told him? I said, baby boy, Junior, I've been praying a long time. I've been mentoring people for a long time. I was like, where is he going with this?
Yeah.
Like, he said that to Shannon Sharp?
This was on television this morning.
Ray Lewis is out of control with this God stuff, I have to say. This is why I want to talk.
Well, you know
about.
why? You know why? Because he got charged with murder.
This
I was gonna
is
say because he
thing.
killed somebody. That's
Ray Lewis is involved in a murder, and he has the balls to tell Odell Beckham Jr. that things are bad in his life because he's too far away from God.
To tell Colin Kaepernick he needs to focus on football. You don't need to be focusing on other things.
Yeah. This is coming from a guy who's involved in a murder.
Right. And
shut the fuck up, Ray. All right? Be happy that you got what you got and stop trying to throw religion on everybody as a way out and a reason why things are going wrong.
If I got away with murder, I would be so low-key and out of the public eye.
Right.
Kind of the way O.J. Simpson did until he...
you mean making music videos and
wait until OJ robbed
playing
someone
golf every day.
Well, then he robbed the Vegas store, and then it's like, oh yeah, well, all right, let's get you in jail.
No, I think basically what we can see is if you get away with murder from the people who we have seen in history get away with murder, you basically fuck up the rest of your life as well. That's basically, or you cannot stop being seen
unless you're in the NFL.
Basically, no.
Or Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, jeez.
No, he couldn't stay.
That one didn't work out.
Aaron Hernandez
he didn't get away with it.
Is that too soon? Is it too soon to talk about him?
Let me point out it's a good point that you brought up because Aaron Hernandez really could have beat his case. He couldn't stop being seen, so he just had to be out in the world. So there were so many other things that they were able to put on him in that case that made him look like he could have committed the crime.
He was sloppy with it.
That he was committed of. So it's like people like that they can't help themselves.
Sure.
They got to be seen. Ray Lewis still has to be seen. And the only way he could be seen is by acting like he is holier than thou, because everybody will look at him and see nothing but a murderer or a possible murderer, or at least someone who wouldn't tell on a murderer. That's his MO right now.
Yeah, Ray Lewis, he just pulled it off.
Or it should be his MO. His MO is, I'm a preacher.
Well, I'm saying,
a preacher.
Oh, yeah. And without God in your life, nothing good will happen. And this is coming from a guy who murdered someone.
you got to go the
but just didn't get
opposite.
caught.
Can I say something? Can I throw out a conspiracy
Yes,
theory?
I have the conspiracy music ready.
So Aaron Hernandez, the day he got arrested, the Patriots were like, bring us all your Aaron Hernandez gear. We'll trade it in and give you a new whatever jersey you want.
Right.
He's officially cut. Day of. That was just the first day he got arrested. Is it possible that the Patriots knew that he was guilty of murder, and then finally when he got caught, that's when he cut him?
Nah, I think it's possible that they knew he was really out here wilding
Oh, I
they
think
they knew he was related to a whole bunch of gang members.
I bet you there like word
But
got
they didn't-
out that I'm sure someone
No
on the
word
team knew
would've
that
gotten out.
Aaron Hernandez did something fucked up because he came to practice one day and he was covered in blood or something.
No.
And I'm sure Mr. Bill had his spies out and probably saw this happening.
No, I'm telling
and
you.
Maybe they did know.
But
and then
I'll tell you
they
right now.
immediately cut him.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
telling
they
you
knew that
right
he
now,
was
that's
guilty.
just how the Patriots handle business, man. They didn't like having to pay Aaron Hernandez when they paid Aaron Hernandez because he really wasn't performing. He was starting to not perform like you would want him to, because when Gronk got hurt that year, he didn't
Step up
and blow you off the screen. Like he did not. Gronk got hurt and they were still good, but he was supposed to be Gronk.
He was supposed to be
Gronk
number 2.
Yeah, he was supposed to be Gronk number 2. He was supposed to be one. They were supposed to be 1A and 2A. Not no 1 and 2. They were supposed to be 1A and 2A. They were the best. And they were the best tight ends in the league that year. And then Gronk gets hurt. He should have took over. He should have had one of the most phenomenal seasons like Gronk did the year that Aaron Hernandez got arrested. And Gronk went off that year and got paid.
So Bill Belichick said, we just got to wait for something, the
They didn't want
smallest
him.
thing,
Yes.
and we'll cut Aaron Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez,
here's a murder.
Aaron Hernandez had all these problems when he was in college.
Yeah.
When he was in college.
Okay.
So Bill Belichick, Crafts, everybody already knew about his issues and in the people that he kept around him, and all it took was one arrest.
All right.
I mean, he didn't get arrested multiple times and then they cut him.
Well, it was a big arrest.
But it was one arrest because they knew the kind of guy they had in their locker room.
So it happened,
They
and
knew.
they're like, all right,
Yeah.
this is like an 80% chance he's guilty.
Yeah,
Let's not
they
even.
just knew who they had in their locker
Okay.
room. It's like, oh, Aaron about that life. So he probably did this. We need to get rid of him. Well, if he didn't do it, it's still a bad look for us. We need to get rid of him.
Quick
And-
aside, what were you
I was going to say, didn't Ray Rice beat up his wife that year or something? So
Yeah.
it was no bad looks for the NFL,
Yeah.
period.
yeah. That's probably why. Aaron Hernandez was a 4th-round draft pick.
Also, Aaron Hernandez jerseys that the day after that went for $500 on eBay.
Skyrocket.
Everyone wants
Do y'all
all rappers.
Did y'all hear? You know what? They just came out that he was gay.
No.
Yeah,
What?
it's a fact.
Another conspiracy theory?
Are we throwing
this
that
is
out there?
conspiracy
Aaron
hour.
Hernandez was
No, I'm
gay?
not throwing. This is a report. This is a news report. His lawyer came out since he passed away. His lawyer has come out
Why would you?
because his
After
lawyer.
he passed away, let
Well,
this dude rest in peace.
His lawyer. He is his lawyer, and he is his family's lawyer. So maybe he felt like this is something that he wanted him to know.
Oh, yeah.
He did have a-
Apparently, he was a bisexual.
He did have a lover in prison, reportedly.
Now hold on, isn't prison love a little
Well,
different from
no,
regular
no, no,
love?
no, no.
I
That's
mean,
not a. We
you
said.
got- when you want some, you got to get
This is
some.
You
not.
ever seen
this is
Shawshank
not television.
Redemption?
This is not television. We do not lie. We do not bullshit. I know people who have been in prison, and they will tell you you don't get down like that unless you get down like that.
There are multiple reports about him being gay.
Really?
Yeah.
yeah, this is facts. Don't bring you no bullshit.
Man, if Aaron just came out, I bet your life would have been a little easier.
Dude, he would have got maybe half the life sentences he got. Instead of 2, he would have got 1.
Well, it was reported. No, he probably would have actually gotten convicted because reports are that the reason he killed Mr. Lloyd,
Yeah.
I believe his last name was.
I think that's right.
The reason he killed Mr. Lloyd, allegedly, is because he was going to out him as being gay. He was going to let his secret out.
Wow, here are
Yeah.
the conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
This is great.
These are just things that are out
Wow,
here in the news, man.
I did not think we would be talking about Aaron
That's
Hernandez on the
crazy.
show today. This
You
is
thought
pretty
there
great.
was no news in the NFL. Well, I just been keeping it patted down. You know what I'm saying? I've been-
this is old. This is old NFL
Well, I
news.
mean, this is
we're
it's
at a point where we
old,
have to
but it
talk
doesn't
about-
get talked about on the other stations
Oh,
because
no one's
they
talking
are
about that.
afraid to attack any real issues because they don't want to lose a contract with the NFL. They don't want to lose a contract with the NBA. They can't tell you
we
LeBron
don't have
James
a
does
contract
HGH.
with the NFL. We don't have a contract with the NFL.
We
Yeah,
don't.
our,
Oh, shit.
Our contract is actually with the CFL.
The CFL, the WNBA,
the G League.
and the G League.
Yeah, the Gatorade League. So yeah, Ray Lewis is a hypocrite, eh?
100%. And yeah, I'm tired of it.
Yeah,
I'm tired of it. Ray Lewis, just shut the fuck up. Man.
How about you retire in peace?
Yeah, exactly. Leave everybody alone. So real
Well,
like.
surprisingly, that only took 10 minutes. We're going to talk about Colin Kaepernick right now.
Hang on.
Kaepernick.
Before we get into Cap, let's just talk about something really stupid and
Sure.
funny. So I don't know if anyone watched the Masters. I actually watched the Masters for the first time ever because my buddy put together a Masters pool. And
As long as there's money involved.
I mean, I was yelling at the TV as if I was watching a football game. Or something like
Participated
that.
in a golf money pool?
That's the only way you can make it entertaining.
What? That's like throwing my money. You might as well throw your money outside right now.
I wasn't
Outside that
going
window.
to, but then a certain percentage of it went to like this
Autism?
international like men's club that was doing like really good things for kids and things like that. So I was like, all right, I'll contribute to that.
dig it.
I
At
was
least
like-
if I lose my money, I know it goes somewhere besides someone else's pocket.
You might as well have just donated that immediately.
I mean, Bill, but then the Masters would have
gave
been
it
way
to
less
some-
fun, and then I wouldn't.
What are
have,
you going to talk about at work?
and then I wouldn't have seen this story. So during the Masters, golfer John Daly, who I don't know if
JD.
everyone listening is familiar.
My man, JD.
He's the wild thing of golf.
He's the
You know,
cowboy.
he's an old timer now.
He's who the movie was made out of. The Adam Sandler movie.
Billy Madison.
Billy Madison. That
Or
movie
Happy
was
Gilmore.
Or Happy
Gilmore.
Yeah, yeah.
Was based off of
Was based off him.
John
Yeah,
Daly.
he was a wild guy. And if no one has seen a picture of him, just Google images of him, and it'll give you a great idea of who we're talking about here. So at the Masters, I guess every year he has an RV there. So at the Masters this year, some lady lost control of her car on Washington Boulevard or whatever it is, and smashed into John Daly's RV. Luckily, John Daly wasn't hurt. He actually dove out of the way, injured his knee a little bit apparently.
Oh, wow.
But the best part of the story is what he was doing there. So John Daly at the Masters pulls up his RV and sells merchandise out of his RV.
Yeah.
John Daly merchandise.
Like a struggling comedian.
It's hilarious.
No, man. It's because, first of all, at the Masters, they won't allow you to do that. Because...
And wait, the icing on the cake, it's not even like in the parking lot of the Masters.
Right.
It's at the Hooters across the street.
That's what I'm
that
saying.
he's doing this.
Right. That's what I was getting to. Yeah, exactly. Because the
That is
Masters
awesome.
is a prestige. Augusta is a prestige golf facility.
And John
they're not going to allow
He doesn't give a
John
fuck.
Daly to bring his fucking RV up there
To
and just
get
sell.
wasted in his RV and then sit on like
Yeah.
just a cheap lawn furniture while selling golf balls and pictures of himself.
I might have to go and buy
taking
myself some
pictures
stuff
with
just so I
fans.
can shake his hand.
There's
Oh,
a great
man.
30
Hilarious.
for 30 documentary on John Daly. Great documentary.
Oh, I'm sure.
Check it out. But you can see in that documentary, that's always how he used to do it back in the day when he was hot.
Yeah.
When he was the hottest golfer. He was Tiger Woods before Tiger Woods. And
So do you think he's just doing it because he
That's
likes
just-
to do it, or
Yeah, that's
things
just-
are really tough?
No, man.
You should watch the documentary because he's still paid. What people don't understand is golfers make so much fucking money.
Oh yeah, like
And
if
he
if
made-
you look at like what they end up with in
Yes.
the tournaments, even if they take like
Yeah.
30th, that's a
I think-
shitload of money.
I
for
think he
sure.
made-
Which Happy Gilmore, I think, like shows you how much money you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
actually
He
make.
worked his way
golfing.
up from 17,000 to 36,000.
It made me want to be a golfer when I was younger. I was like,
I
damn.
think very much so. Yeah, if you don't even place, by the way, you're
Yeah.
getting a fuck ton of money. Like if you don't make the cut, you're getting a fuck ton of money by standards of regular human beings.
What are we doing with our lives?
We're not playing golf. We're fucking up. Is what we're doing.
and
You know what I'm
we
saying?
still support the NCAA. Who
I feel like
can't even
John Daly was
Daly-
like a star for like 5-6 years.
And drunk the entire time he was doing
But
it.
he
like
also
openly
made-
admits that he was wasted during some of his best golf tournaments.
He's he's today's Babe Ruth.
Openly hung over.
you know he was drinking. He was drinking during this. He was smoking cigarettes on the golf course.
I love it. He's my favorite golfer now.
Yeah, so that was my fun Masters story. We don't even have to talk about what happened in the Masters. No one really cares.
Oh
here.
yeah.
But John
a player
Daly, well
won.
done. Well done for making the
Golf
Masters
Golf clap
a
for
little
him.
circus show in the Hooters parking lot. Well done.
I just want
Okay.
to point out that the only reason, ladies and gentlemen, that you have been having to hear about Johnny Manziel, that you've been having to hear about Odell Beckham, that you've been having to hear about shitty fucking quarterbacks in the draft that nobody thinks are going to be worth a good goddamn, is because Colin Kaepernick is like the biggest quarterback elephant in the room that no coach can say that they want to have, because all the coaches basically wanted him last year, but no coach could sign him because all of the owners have said that they cannot sign this kid. It's a fact.
And this is why Cap doesn't have a job.
This is why Kaepernick doesn't have a job. He almost got a job last year with the Ravens,
Yeah.
But what happened?
but Colin Kaepernick's girlfriend posted a picture after Ray Lewis got on national television stating that he was very close with ownership and stating that he didn't think that Colin Kaepernick should be on a team, not because of his football acumen, but because of the stance that he took against black people being shot by the police.
Yeah.
This is what Ray Lewis said. He didn't say because he's can't throw the football. He didn't say because he's not accurate. He didn't say because he's injury prone. He said because he's protesting. The next day, you get a post on the internet, on Twitter, with him, Uncle Tommen,
By his
hugged up
girlfriend.
on,
By his girlfriend.
yeah, by his girlfriend, the owner of Ravens. Oh no, you meant Colin
The
Kaepernick's
girlfriend.
girlfriend. Yes,
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick's
the girlfriend
fiance,
posted it.
I think,
His
posted a
fiance?
tweet
I don't know.
about Baltimore Ravens owner and Ray Lewis being basically
Gay.
Slave owners.
slave owners and
Slave
lovers.
owners. Listen, if
Uncle
you're-
Tom and slave owner, and it's accurate. It's not accurate.
Okay, 100%. Yeah. As true as that could be, you don't post shit like that if you're trying to get a job.
He had already
on a
not.
team.
What you're not understanding?
Just stop
He
doing
had already
that.
not gotten the job. What you don't understand is Ray Lewis being on television, talking that shit, knowing his connections. He already didn't have the job.
Oh, you think the job was already gone?
You
before
don't
that
have the
post?
job.
you know,
if they're
that's
that
true.
close.
If you know what racist white people love, a black guy who says the same thing that they're saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
okay, you see it like one black guy was on this. I was at a Black Lives Matter protest, like saying, just going off spouting random statistics, saying that white people, black people. There's no problem here, basically, and all the comments flooded, just like this gentleman knows what's up. See,
He's one of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, and it's like
This is
totally
what-
diminishes any kind of credibility
Exactly.
that the entire movement is all about.
And that's why Fox News and ESPN trot out one black dude a day that has to say, well, first of all, I want to start off by saying that Mr. Roger Goodell is a good friend of mine.
Right.
Oh, is this Stephen
First
A.
of all-
Smith?
First of all, I'm not saying anybody specific. I'm just
That's a
saying.
very
that
familiar
voice.
voice that popped up in my head.
I'm just saying. Every once in a while you hear somebody on one of those networks talking about. First of all, I just want to say, Colin Kaepernick is a hero. But is he focused on football?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you're just saying that because
You just undermine it.
because they have to. They get paid to say the things that they say. They cannot say things. ESPN, and I'm sure Fox does the
Well,
same
why
thing.
Bill Simmons is not on those shows anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
They send an email every day telling them what they can and cannot say, words that they can use and cannot use.
Yeah, it's
and when you get
completely
words
censored.
that say you can use, that means you should use.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I thought I could use all words.
So we would love for you guys to use these words, but these words, not
They're
so
all in, like,
much.
red.
But you guys are in control. Do whatever you like.
Yeah.
And just
We're
like
just
you
your
said,
boss.
Ben Simmons doesn't have a job
Bill
on
Simmons.
on a sports network because he said that Rich Paul was involved in a biogenesis scandal in Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
He said that on PTI, got suspended, and got Tony Kornheiser suspended for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Tony Kornheiser was just there. He didn't even say it. He was just there.
She's an accomplice.
Just there.
They did it to cover their asses. They're like, oh, we're not doing it because blah, blah, blah.
Just to show that they don't believe it. If they don't suspend him, they are saying that they also believe that, yes, that is a reputable idea, a thought that, yes, maybe he could be on HGH. That's why Skip Bayless says he wasn't LeBron James born in 1974? 1974? Oh, no, I'm sorry, because he looks like he's 44. Because I thought he's 34, but I thought he was 40. Oh, I'm sorry. But he says that's a joke talking about how old he looks because you don't look that old at 20-something or whatever.
Yeah.
When he was younger, he looked older because
there
he was
is
doing
that-
HGH.
There is that point guard on the Lakers, that white guy that looks like he's at least 42 years old.
He looked like HGH went wrong.
What was that guy's name?
Alex Caruso.
Yes, we were watching him this weekend.
Yep.
And it looked like a science teacher was playing basketball.
See, but I don't think I think he actually might be in his late 20s.
You think so?
Yeah, I
Right.
think he's like a G League
He's a
guy.
G League guy.
Yeah.
You know, when teams...
Oh, he's been playing in the G League.
Right.
Yeah. He's like 10-day contract
When
guy.
teams aren't doing well
Let's
this
find
part
out.
of the season, they just start 10-day contract guys so they don't have to play their starters so they don't get hurt.
Uh-huh.
And boom.
That guy is 24 years old.
Right. Well, he's a white guy. White guy who's
Alex.
aged poorly.
Alex, shave the head. Just shave it. Just shave it
No,
off. Just
what he
shave
did was
it
he got a
off.
hold of that HGH. I'm telling you what happened. He
No, that's true.
It
That guy
doesn't
is
treat
not-
everybody the same way.
And I would believe that because if you're in the G League just trying to make the league, you'll do whatever it takes to get a huge contract and just so you're set for life. I would believe that.
Players take HGH all over the league.
Have
It doesn't
you-
affect every player the same way.
Yeah.
And some people might not have the budget to get the same.
So he's getting like the
things.
Walmart stuff that's just
Probably.
really just fucking up his body completely.
Right.
A whole list of side effects.
He's doing like Benjamin Button stuff to him.
right next to the $2 Benjamin Button DVD.
Oh shit. We just hit it. It's time for the B block.
Yeah.
The NBA. That's right, baby. That's right, you motherfucking bitches.
He's heating up.
Jesus Christ.
That's right. That's right. As Miro, as the kid Miro would say, that's right, you ball bags.
Boom shakalaka.
Ball bags.
It's time to start the B block. And today, I have to give a shout out to the man who's, I think he's, do they play the Grizzlies today or tomorrow?
Okay, so
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to the man who might get 16 rebounds.
Get those
tomorrow.
rebounds.
Do you guys think he's gonna
Average a
get it?
triple double.
I
Russell
promise you.
Westbrook.
I promise you. He will badly injure himself in trying to get that 16th rebound just so he can get that
I mean, that's
triple double.
hard. That's a hard thing to do. 16 rebounds.
He got 18 yesterday.
Yesterday. But how often does he get
Man,
16?
he had 13 in the in 3 quarters.
Yeah.
He got 13 in 3 quarters.
I mean, I hope he gets it.
If he gets it, he will forever be known. He will be in so many rap songs. He will be dubbed Mr. Triple Double.
Yeah.
He's like, he can just say, you wanted a triple double for a season? I did it twice.
Yeah. So those of you that don't know, Russell Westbrook needs 16 rebounds in the last game of the season to average a triple double for the second year in a row.
And he's going to do it because they're playing the craptacular Memphis Grizzlies, who are tanking. They're going to be missing all those shots. Everyone's going to be boxing out just so Westbrook can mosey on in and grab that stat.
Steven Adams has been doing it all year for
He
him.
sure has.
Grizzlies.
He's the real MVP.
I mean, he's right. Do you guys think it's nuts that Westbrook is not even like discussed in the MVP talk?
Yes.
It's insane, right?
I do.
Absolutely.
I have
absolutely
been the
insane.
only person who said all year.
Man,
he-
I have too.
Oh. Did you say all year?
No.
Exactly.
I said it like 8 episodes ago.
since what 12 episodes ago, I think we talked about the MVP race, and I think you
MVP?
did bring up
Russell,
Westbrook.
at that point, he was on pace to average a triple-double. And, you know, if it wasn't for him trying to figure it out with his teammates, he probably would be averaging, 25, 10, and 10 right now.
That's what he is at.
I was gonna say, I think that's what
No,
he's
he's
at.
not averaging that yet. he's averaging like 29, 10, and 9.9 because he has to get 10. He has to get 16 rebounds to get there.
It's a long. The way averages work, no. He's at like 9.9 rebounds.
He's at 25.6, 9.9 rebounds, and 10.1 assists.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you just said he wasn't at that. That's exactly what he's at.
9 point. No, I said he's not at 10 and 10. I said he would be 25, 10, and 10 by now. That's 21. That's 25, 9, and 10. If I don't know if you just said math.
9.9 is as close to 10.
No,
as you
but
could
let me just tell
possibly
you
get.
something. That does not average a triple double in the NBA. I'm just letting you know. If it doesn't say 10, they're not gonna give him a triple double. That's why he has to have 16 of them tonight. What are y'all? Are y'all getting contact highs?
We're not crazy.
Are y'all getting contact highs? Because last year he actually had that. He averaged 10 and 10. He's not.
Yeah.
It's not. You can't have 9 to be a triple double. You gotta have. That's called a LeBron.
Yeah.
Which y'all are talking about. It's called a LeBron. If he don't get 16 points, if he don't get 16 rebounds today, he will average a LeBron. That's what he will. He won't have no triple double. He will have a LeBron. That's it.
He's getting it.
Okay, they will not call him Mr. Triple Dub if he don't get. If he get 14,
Mr. LeBron James.
Mr. LeBron. They call him Baby LeBron, which that's what he was. That's what I was calling him back before he got the MVP. Back before KD left, he
Baby
was Baby
LeBron?
LeBron because he's a freight train running through the middle. He's just faster than LeBron.
And smaller.
That's what I'm saying. But he's faster. That's why he's Baby LeBron because he's powering it down. Early in LeBron's career, what was it? I don't want to get in the way. Everybody just move out of the way.
Yeah.
And to go along with that MVP talk, he led the team to a win against the presumably MVP James Harden-led Rockets a few nights ago and guarded him down the stretch.
How many points he have in the fourth quarter?
I think
You're Westbrook?
it's like 5, right?
Harden.
Oh,
4
4 points.
Points.
Yeah, that's impressive.
And a win. And Chris Paul was healthy. Clint Capella was playing. James Harden and that crazy stat. 30-1 when all 3 of those plays. The Warriors. Fucking Warriors. The fucking Thunder.
Yeah.
Beat them. That should say something.
Yeah. At least talk about it. He's not gonna win it.
better get top
obviously,
3 in voting.
But
You know what they
Harden,
say in the
LeBron
business?
James, and Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
You know what they say in the business when you say we should at least talk about it?
Yeah.
We just did.
Boom,
So-
baby!
Speaking of point guards,
What do we got?
Okay, so this is interesting. I had a conversation with this guy this past weekend, and he was just shocked. He was so shocked that just because Steph Curry's out in Golden State, they're not winning games. And how could that be? Because they have all these other great players. And I was like, you're taking away the point guard of their team. A point guard that's not just a point guard on the team. He is the core of that team that guys are around. He starts with the ball on offense, and he opens up shots for other players. And he was like, I don't think Steph Curry's a real point guard. And I was
not.
like, that's interesting.
well, he's not.
You don't think Steph Curry's a real
Now,
point guard?
now we're going to get into semantics here. So
Because there's such thing as a true point guard. And so, no, he's not a true point guard. But
is that a bad thing?
No, it's not. Nobody's saying is it
Who are
good or
your
bad.
Who are your true point guards? Would you consider Chris Paul a true point guard?
Yes.
Their stats are almost identical.
It's not about stats.
Like assists
not-
per game. Assists per game.
You're
That's
not
what
even.
a point guard is there.
You're
A
talking
true
about,
point
first of all,
guard.
you're talking about this season.
I'm talking about this season.
You're not talking about a career.
No, I'm talking about this season.
And the reason his Chris Paul stats have gone down
No, I'm not saying his stats
is
are down.
no, they're
Chris Paul- well,
his assist stats
points.
are down. His assist stats are down because he's not the ball dominant player that he was when he was on the other teams that he's been on his entire career. The way that a true point guard works is you control every aspect of what is about to happen. Steph Curry he controls the aspect of the offense. He helps the offense move in Golden State's offense because he moves around without the ball and he can shoot it from anywhere on the floor.
Which is what
Which
a
is
point
a
guard
point
does
guard.
now.
But what a point guard does now, exactly. But what they consider to be a true point guard is someone who initiates the offense from the top and it runs through him. The offense doesn't run through Steph. It's just he's an integral part of their offense.
A point guard starts the play.
But Steph Curry doesn't start to play all the time on the
majority
Draymond
of-
Green is the real point guard on that team. If you want to get down to it, he averages the most assists on that team.
How many assists is Draymond Green?
Like
averaging?
7.
Now here's
Steph Curry's averaging like 7 to 8 assists a game.
this is what I'm talking
I'm talking about career, bro. You're talking about this year.
Hold on. This is
Well,
this
even
is-
like last year, Steph was still averaging that.
This is what I'm talking about when we're getting into semantics. Like, I feel like the overarching general idea of a quote-unquote true point guard is a small guy who can't shoot and is the only one on the team that can dribble.
So Ricky
That's
Rubio.
not true because
No, that's what I feel like everyone
that's
says
not
true point guard.
Well, that's not.
John
No,
Stockton
I guess-
or-
I guess
no.
what's
A
what's
true
the
point
definition?
guard.
Rajon Rondo.
Let me explain to you. A true point guard is Chris Paul, Isaiah Thomas, Mike Conley. Yes, Rondo, but not because he can't shoot. It's because of what they run the offense. And like a quarterback runs the offense in the NFL. Point guard runs the offense. Ball domination.
If that's the-
Kyrie Irving wants to be a true point guard. That's why he left Cleveland. He's trying.
I don't think Kyrie's a true point
He's
guard. at all.
not. He's not. He's a
close.
2 guard.
He's a 2 guard.
And so is Steph. But the thing is, they're small 2 guards. So that's what happened. There's this revolution in the NBA, started about 2004. Guys getting drafted who are 2 guards. They could just score but they were used as point guards because they were too little.
See, but I feel like then you're using Golden State's other players as a detriment to Steph Curry. It's like just because Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson all know what to do with the ball and that offense runs
That's
so
the offense.
slowly that you're taking away. It's like, okay,
The-
Steph Curry doesn't have to do too
the
much. He's
point-
not the only part
The
of
point
that
is,
runs
take
the
anybody
offense.
off of this offense, they're not going to be the same. This offense runs a specific way. And if you take any of them out, what happened when they didn't have Draymond Green? They lost the fucking finals to the Cleveland Cavaliers. What happened when KD went out?
Well, when they
Earlier
didn't
this
have
year?
KD,
Well, when they didn't have
I'm
KD,
saying
they
an
won a
NBA
championship.
No, I'm talking about earlier this year, this season with this team. What happened when KD went out earlier this season? They started losing some games. What happened when Clay went out? They started losing.
Not
When
this
Draymond
many
went out.
games.
Draymond went out a few times this year, and those are some of the
Draymond's
times.
extremely important to that.
Every one of those players is extremely important. Nobody's taking anything away. It's just understanding how they actually get their work, how they get their money. I'm understanding that. I know that, and I'm telling you, true point guards are just ball dominant guards that maneuver the offense. They are maneuvering every aspect of it. The reason the offense worked, the reason Kevin Durant wanted to go to Golden State is because there's nobody dominating the ball. Everybody's getting what's impressive about their offense is everybody gets their points without somebody having to get everybody open.
Can I ask you a question? Would you say that it's not a good thing to have a true point guard on your team?
In this NBA,
In this-
yes.
See, that's what we're going. That's what it's all about.
that
in
you don't
this
need a
NBA
true point
you
guard.
don't-
That,
You-
that
you
it's
don't-
bad to have a true
It's
point
not
guard.
bad. You just have to have an understanding of how to play now. Like, look at how. So this year, you've seen Rajon Rondo, a true point guard, have an outstanding season compared to how he's usually played because they're understanding how to get their work in these offenses that exist today. Ricky Rubio is having a phenomenal year compared to his years that he's usually had because he's a true point guard, was trying to play offense in a antiquated style. Now he's playing within the style that is out now. Now they're winning games and Utah is in the playoffs. These types of things are what need to happen so that people. This is the type of shit people need to talk about on ESPN.
Well, let me
so
tell
that
you
people
this.
really understand
Yeah.
what the fuck is going
Then,
on.
based on what you're saying, a true point guard isn't defined by the player, but by the system.
No, it's defined by the player, but the system defines how good or bad that player is going to be. Chris Paul, the reason I used to say like Chris Paul could never be successful in the LA Clipper uniform is because they were trying to make him and Blake work. That's not going to work. Not the way that Chris Paul wants to play. And they were letting Chris Paul run his off. It's basically Chris Paul's offense. It's not Doc Rivers' offense.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can't let that doesn't work anymore. That style doesn't work anymore. The style that he grew up playing in high school and in college, that doesn't work anymore. You have to play this style now, which is what he's figuring out. You know, D'Antoni's system that he dawned on the world with Steve Nash, that shit is the reason he won 2 MVPs. Is because Steve Nash
is the true point guard.
was the truest of the true, but he was in a system. If you play within that same system that Steve Nash played in, you will be successful.
Because I feel like Steph Curry is the whatever godchild of Steve Nash's game.
Yeah.
And the reason he won
but he's
MVP,
not a true point guard.
He's not because but that's the difference in their game.
Between again semantics. I think there's a difference between being a quote unquote true point guard versus a quote unquote traditional point guard.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if you wanted or in a different system, if the team dictates this definition, Steph Curry could definitely be a true point guard.
I mean, he's like top 2 point guards in my head in the
He's
NBA.
not a true point guard.
I feel like
let me tell you
you're
why
saying-
he's not a true point guard. Because Steve Nash, the difference between Steve Nash is a true point guard. Yes, Steve Nash never took half as many threes as this dude takes, and it's not because he couldn't make them. It's because he was not trying to get them. He was trying to get everybody else's shots.
He was a part of a different offense too.
He was look. Let me tell you something. The reason that he won the second MVP is because D'Antoni convinced him to score more. And it was because of that scoring that he was able to beat out Shaquille O'Neal for an MVP.
Then I feel like
What you're not listening to me. You're not listening to his scoring came because he was getting within the offense. It wasn't from the 3-point line. Stephen Curry's majority of his offense comes from the 3-point line. His offense.
It's a completely different time now,
and it's not about the time.
You have to.
You're not
they shoot
understanding.
way more threes now than they did back in the day.
Stephen Curry's job when he is on the court is not to get everybody else their shots. That's Steve Nash's job on the court. Period. His job is to get everybody else their shot. That is what a true point guard is.
I agree with that.
That is what a true point guard is. So his job is to get everybody else involved, not worry about himself, and then he gets his. And it ain't even about getting his within the offense. It's just about your job is to get everybody else involved. Fuck you. That's a true point guard. And then what makes those true point guards amazing to us is because they get theirs
because they could put
as
up
well.
20 plus points a game.
See,
Exactly.
I didn't know. I honestly couldn't figure out the distinction, but I think that is the distinction between a true point guard and a non-traditional whatever. But basically, because what I think Chris Paul could do better. I feel like we're penalizing Steph Curry for after passing, he still keeps moving around.
Because that's our offense.
Yeah, because Chris Paul, I feel
not
like passes
penalizing
and then
anybody.
waits.
Yeah, because he doesn't do.
He's like,
his
okay,
game
but
is
you're a
completely
true
different.
point guard because you don't continue moving around. It's like I feel like a true point guard is a bad thing.
What you're doing with the word true is taking it literal.
That's what I'm saying. It's a bad thing to do.
It's just a word. It's just a phrase that NBA aficionados have come up with. It doesn't mean like you're doing it the wrong way. See, there is no wrong way in basketball. That is really the point. It's about working within the system. The reason Larry Brown has a fucking trophy is because you play within a system. Like, the reason the Pistons won a championship with Billups, Hamilton, Rasheed Wallace, and Ben Wallace is because they were within a system.
And they played great defense.
And Karl Malone is hurt.
Well, I mean, look,
that.
the Indiana Pacers would have beaten the Lakers as well because they were all the second best defensive team in the league. That year.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, that was a fact. That's
Reggie
a fact.
Miller has to
did-
hate
who did-
Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant so much.
Kobe Bryant. No, listen. Who did they lose to? I mean, who did the Pistons beat that year
To win the championship?
to go to the finals?
The Bulls. Oh, no, the Pacers.
Exactly. Yeah, no. Whoever won that game was beating the Lakers. Period.
I mean, maybe.
Ron Artest. What was Kobe gonna do?
Yeah, who was their center?
We're talking about Jermaine O'Neal.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Can't
Jermaine
guard
O'Neal
Shaq.
in his prime.
Can't
Jermaine
guard
O'Neal could not guard Shaq.
Ben
There's no-
Wallace could guard Shaq.
Yeah.
Nobody needed to guard Shaq. Look it up. Shaq did not have any problems in that series. They lost. They lost in 5. Shaq didn't have no problems getting his shot. Look it up. They lost in 5.
I'm gonna have to rewatch those games.
Yeah.
No, Shaq
Anyway,
didn't have no problems.
Okay.
Overall, I would rather
Shaq
have
was Shaq.
Steph Curry than a quote unquote today's true point guard.
I would take this this mutation of a point guard that is Steph Curry today. I feel like that's the new point guard now. Although, so Ben Simmons is a true point guard.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
for sure.
And so
Ben-
is
Ben
Lonzo
Simmons-
Ball is a
my
true
whole
point
point
guard.
is- my whole
Lonzo
point
Ball,
is-
your boy Lonzo Ball.
The whole
True
point is
guard.
you got to pick what kind of quarterback you want. Do you want a quarterback who
Yeah,
can
exactly.
run like Steve Young and throw?
Yeah.
Or do you want a quarterback like Tom Brady who's just going to throw it? And are you going to tell me you would not want one or the other? Like if you'd be mad if Steve Young walked through
It's
the door
the fit
in
of the
prime?
team. It's a
Yeah,
fit in
everyone's
the
like,
team.
Oh no! Oh my God! No,
Young.
no, yeah, you're what do they say? You're splitting hairs. You're splitting hairs.
It's,
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
fit in the team.
Exactly. It's the fit in the team.
in the system.
And then you gotta have the right coach. Then you gotta have the right coach with the right GM, and the
A lot of-
owners gotta
it's
like.
hard to win an NBA final. That's
It's
right.
hard
you
to
got
win a
1 out of 30
championship in
chance at the
sports.
start of the season.
That's insane.
It's hard to win a championship in sports.
Just in sports in general. Yeah. There's no.
The
easy way
owners
to-
gotta like the coach.
Yeah.
The coaches gotta like the owner. The owners gotta like the GM. And then if they don't, none of them get along. They gotta just accept that they don't get along and stay
Yeah.
out of each
Yeah.
other's way.
And the players can't protest.
Players can't protest ever.
Oh, God forbid that happens. Jeez.
Can't protest ever. I'm tired of NBA players getting credit for protesting too, because
Ice your
all
knees,
they
but
do
don't
is like
kneel on
put
them.
on
Yeah.
T-shirts or take off T-shirts, and that's their protest. I'm like, what the?
Yeah. I just noticed what shirt you're wearing. You trying
Yeah,
to
it's
piss me off
laundry
today
day.
or something?
The Cubs.
Still has a Cubs
laundry
World
day.
Series championship.
The Cubs.
Shout out to my mom. She
And
sent me
oh,
this
yeah.
shirt.
right across the way has a White Sox hat. I didn't even talk about the White Sox because they're so bad.
Go ahead. This is the perfect time.
Okay, I'm going to give one quick. Okay.
Hit us.
This is why opening day of Major League Baseball is so much fun. It's because I don't feel like this. Okay? The White Sox, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. Bring up some of your young guys that are in your system and lose games that way at least. Because I'm tired of seeing the same old fucking relief pitching and closers blow games for the White Sox when we're up 4 runs in the 9th and we blow a 4-run lead
Shame.
to the Detroit
Shame.
Tigers. All right?
Shame.
We're 3-6
Shame.
and we look terrible again.
Shame.
And it's all relief
Shame.
pitching. We have no pitchers.
Shame.
And this is the 3rd year in a row this is happening. And I'm tired of it. I was really high on you guys after we beat Kansas City, but then, you beat Kansas City and they're a fucking mess.
You got to learn from your mistakes.
So that's all I want to say. The White Sox, I'm back to being angry and hating baseball.
Listen up, Chicago.
You know,
And that's all I have to
the
say.
year Kansas City won the World Series, I was in Garage Pizza, Silver Lake,
Oh, God.
and I told a young Kansas City fan couple of fans.
You got some Kansas City fans in there?
They just had they had the hats on. I was
Yeah.
like, hey, you guys got the best chance of winning the World Series this year. I think you're gonna do it. I'm really good at predicting the World Series. We'll see what happens this year.
Right off your head, who's going to win the World Series this year?
I can't.
who's in it?
It's
Who's
not
in it?
that. It's not.
What is
that-
your- what
I
is-
got to do
what-
it in about mid-season. I got to get some games played. I
Okay.
get some games played, but we will be practicing. Last year, I said it was going to be the Yankees and the Dodgers in the World Series. I was wrong, but I was only wrong by one team.
I mean, you almost got
I was only wrong by one
yeah.
team, and I don't know anybody else who was saying. When I was saying that, everybody was like, I don't know. Yeah, I jump out there on the ledge and I fucking
Okay,
make the predictions.
I'm throwing out the Washington Nationals right now to win the World Series this year.
See, it's too-
Strasburg.
I can't take that seriously. It's April.
That's Steven
The 10th.
Strasburg, right?
Yeah.
He's a
Strasburg.
great pitcher.
It's April 10th.
Great
right now.
pitcher.
We're talking about
Scherzer.
who's going to win the World Series. There's
Once
too
Dan
many
Murphy
games.
comes back.
I'm going to say not
You
the
might
Dodgers.
Just
gonna
remember
find-
this.
we're
It's
gonna-
recorded. I
All
did
right,
say
yeah.
Washington.
All right, we're testing the
I want
curse
to
of
say
this
it early
podcast.
right now in case it happens.
We're testing
need
the
a-
curse of this podcast right now.
yeah, we'll
because
see.
you just named a lot of baseball players, and they could all be hurt by
We'll see.
June.
I mean, that's with any player
Yeah.
in
No,
sports.
but we're talking about 3 players that you named, though.
I'll say Bryce Harper too.
As far as the curse goes.
Zimmerman,
He just keeps naming. I'm just
Aaron Judge.
Trey Turner.
I'm just gonna go ahead and name the whole NL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all
okay.
baseball fans, that was enough
Baseball
for you.
fans, that's what you get. The
And
White Sox. I'm tired of it.
Going back into the NBA.
Hopefully in 2 weeks I can get back on a positive note.
Who is the most unathletic?
You know what? Okay, so I wanted to talk about the most unathletic player in the NBA. And they're
know
all
who you're
athletes,
talking
I
about,
get
yeah.
it. But
They're all
like the one just
athletes.
pops up in my
We
head when I
appreciate
watch
all of their athleticism.
Yes. Do you guys have someone off the top of your head that you think would be the most unathletic player
Unathletic.
in the NBA?
I got one.
Okay.
Right now?
Yeah.
Or just
Right now, not of all time. Right now
you know
in the
it's
game.
Sean Bradley all time.
I mean, yeah.
All
Sean
time.
Bradley, Manu
All
Pools,
time.
those guys would go up there in
All
a second.
time.
Rick Smits is probably super unathletic.
I'm going with in today. I'm going to
Today.
go with the Utah Joe Ingles,
Joe
Ooh,
Ingles.
Joe Ingles.
Getting
who
shout
I
outs.
for a whole year called Joe Ingles
Joe Ingles.
because I ain't no gringo. Well,
yeah.
Wow, Joe
That's-
Ingles. That's a pretty good one.
great shooter.
Great shooter. I haven't seen him run around too much, I guess.
Runs around that 3-point line.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny because my guy is just a three-point guy, too. And I can't watch him play basketball anymore.
Who is it?
Kyle Korver, I feel like, is
yeah.
one of the most unathletic.
No,
Watching
he's
him,
just old.
man, he's not that old.
He is. He's like 34 and he's like got bad
Plays
knees.
the exact same way he did in his rookie year.
it
No,
hasn't
he was way
changed.
more athletic his rookie year.
Like watching Kyle Korver run
he's just
around
old.
is the worst thing ever. Trying to play defense.
He
is
used to play.
the
He used to
worst.
run around screens. That's why he can't run around now. He's fucking exhausted from fucking
Like,
running.
I
all
wouldn't put
his
Kyle
whole
Korver
career.
on my wiffle ball team.
Yeah, because he's old. That's not fair.
Hey,
he's old.
Joe Ingles is a young guy. That was
I'm
mine.
gonna start with a guy who's never been athletic from his rookie year to his motherfucking.
Oh, I know who you're gonna say.
Oh, and you think I'm gonna say JaVale McGee?
No.
I'm gonna
He's
Is
say
it
very
a spur?
athletic.
Is it a spur?
no.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. I don't know. I was gonna say Pau
Wouldn't go hit
Gasol.
a Pau Gasol like
James,
that.
can you let him talk, please?
My
Pau can go through.
Me.
Pau has. Pau
Never
had.
get a word in.
I know.
Pau had some a video of him going behind his back or something, coming down in a fast break. So I can't give him that.
That was a Laker.
Yeah, as a Laker,
Mm-hmm.
as a Laker. But I'm talking about Robin Lopez.
Robin Lopez.
Man, I've seen him just have some debacles.
He's a construction worker.
And he was like on that Suns team when they was like good, and they could not do nothing with him. Like if you can't get offense in that Suns offense,
Yeah.
bro, and he was young.
Yeah.
And his brother was just tearing up the league at the same time.
For sure.
Bro, Robin Lopez might be like the most unathletic person ever.
That's a really good one.
He's just 7'2".
Forgot about Mr.
But he's
Lopez.
been in the league as
You'll
long
be in the
as his
league
brother.
forever if you're 7'2" and your knees stay healthy.
Yeah. 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 You can always just stand there.
That's why I was like, man,
You
if
can stand
I'd
there
been
like
tall,
Boban did. Did you see that? Boban of the
I thought that's
Clippers?
what you were gonna say.
That's who I thought about saying. But
okay.
Kyle Korver, I just want to talk shit about him.
For
So I just
sure.
watched him and I was like cursing at the TV. Boban,
I'm
what
gonna
a
just tell
dick.
you. I'm probably 2 years younger than Kyle Korver. I would look like Kyle Korver too, man. We are.
No, you wouldn't. You would look way more athletic.
Oh my God, 34 years old.
Okay,
That's
he is
old.
37 years old.
Guys, we are-
37.
Yeah, he's 37.
He's 37?
He's 37.
Jesus Christ. He should be moving like the dude at the
I'm so
YMCA
hard on
where he
Kyle
don't
Korver.
he's staying at the top of the key and he just do this.
who constantly yells out, "Help!
Yeah.
Help! It's like, he's got me on the drive. He's got me on the drive."
My bad, man. My bad. Yo. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me.
Constantly patting his chest.
Constantly patting his chest.
My bad.
That's how you know if someone's really bad at basketball.
Still
They're
warming
constantly
up.
patting their chest.
Still warming up.
Me. That's on me. That's on me.
Man.
Help. Switch.
Man.
Switch.
The screen hasn't even happened, man.
37 years old. Shit.
That was fun to talk
He's
about.
he's still doing.
Did you guys see Boban? Speaking of unathletic players.
Against the Pelicans.
Yeah.
Yep.
What is he doing? So if no one has seen this, Boban.
Isn't it Boban?
Boban?
It's
Is that-
Bilbo Baggins. No,
I thought it was. I just thought. I mean, I heard somebody on TV say Boban, so I thought.
Boban. I don't know how
I
to say
don't
this
know. I
guy's
don't
name. Does anyone know how to say his last name?
Yeah, wait,
I
so-
do not. Bogdanovich.
No. It's not Bogdanovich.
No,
like
it's-
Mirror.
Brag. Oh, that's
No,
the, that's the guy on the Bucks or something.
Yeah.
Hey.
And,
fuck.
and,
Look,
and the Pacers.
We've given him
There's
two.
two Bogdanoviches
We gave
in-
him two
in the
different
NBA.
pronunciations of a
Yeah.
first name. That's all he
Let's
gets.
just go Boban.
That's all he gets.
Boban.
We've covered we've covered it all.
Yeah.
So
So Boban, if no one has seen, during the game, just held the ball up as high as he could, so Anthony Davis couldn't get to it.
And Anthony Davis is a tall guy.
Anthony Davis is a very tall guy with a very long wingspan, and he couldn't get the ball from him. What a dick! Your team is not even going to the playoffs. Who are you to taunt probably the best center in the
but
league
didn't he
like
just
that?
get in the we don't know about Boban.
How old is that guy?
He's 4 years in. Okay.
How old is Boban?
He is born. Oh, geez, he's younger than us.
4 years in, or is he? But I thought he just got on the team. Like, is he?
Oh yeah. He on the Clippers. He's 19 games in. He was
Right.
born in '88, so he's 29.
Wow. Well, he's been busy fighting all the White Walkers on Game of Thrones before he got in the league. Maybe that's why he's taunted.
Hold on. Yeah, this is an ugly motherfucker, man. He's taking on Sam
Holy
Cassell for the
Holy
ugliest
smell.
basketball
I think
player
he
to ever
blows
live.
Sam Cassell out of the water, or Popeye Jones out of the water too.
Ooh, I don't know, man. Popeye just had the ears.
Popeye
Sam
Jones.
Cassell
What
looks
about-
like that character on Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
Oh man, were you about to say
Bakara.
Gollum?
Makara, yeah.
Oh man, that was my dude, man.
The
That's
fucking
exactly
squad.
tell me Sam Cassell does
I mean,
not
that's
look
pretty
like
good.
that.
That's pretty
Shout
good.
out to Sam Cassell. He's a very good basketball player.
champion.
Shout out to Mortal Kombat.
Shout out to Mortal Kombat. Over here. Yeah, hey.
I just have recently got to meet Lil King. Or
No, from the
wait,
movie?
wait,
Oh,
was
yeah,
that
yeah.
was
You were in that
was
movie,
that the
but
hero?
He wasn't in that movie.
The guy who
no,
does the
he did a
bicycle kick?
movie.
Yeah, Bicycle Kid.
Yeah.
You met Liu Kang.
Yeah, so the short that I did ran with his short, and I got to
Right.
meet him.
Shit.
I completely geeked out. He had no idea that I have seen Mortal Kombat in the movie theaters like 5 times back in
sure.
the day. I'm like, you're a hero to me. You've saved the world 5 times. 5 times in my
Legit
head.
5
Fucking
times,
legend.
too.
Yeah, so I had like a kung fu pose with him.
Nice,
like,
dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
CGI
jealous.
doesn't really hold up today, but you know what? At that
one of
point
the
in
nicest
time,
guys
it
ever.
was fucking amazing.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
One of the nicest guys ever. He's a great man.
Also, one of the worst movies ever.
Mortal Kombat?
No,
no, the Garbage
one
Pail
of the best,
Kids.
worst movies ever. One of the best
Yes.
bad movies ever.
Yes, but still, two things can be true.
Denver versus Minnesota
Woo, okay.
tonight.
So this is it. They're the only 2 teams not clinching the playoffs, right?
Today is Tuesday,
Denver
April the 10th.
versus Minnesota tonight.
Denver versus Minnesota. It's all on the line.
Who do you got?
Our
Win-
predictions
winning
are
in,
on the
right?
line.
It's winning in.
Win and you're in, lose, and you have a chance for the top pick in the draft.
Also,
Is this game in Denver?
if somebody loses, James will be wrong about one of his predictions.
Why? What happened?
You said Minnesota was going to fall out.
I was wrong. I was happily wrong. Wiggins and Towns, they
Wait, hang
held
on.
it together.
No, wait. I think that
Minnesota could be out.
they
of the
could
playoffs
still
tonight.
be out.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So-
but I said both of them were going to be out.
Right, well, you did say both of them.
I
were
said
gonna be-
Denver and
'cause you
Minnesota.
said the Clippers.
Clippers were going to make it. I
Yes.
thought Boban had it in
Shout
him.
out to the Clippers. They got mathematically eliminated
Oh, that
over the
game-
weekend. It was sad.
But yeah,
That game is tomorrow
yeah, okay,
in
tomorrow.
Minnesota.
On the 11th. Oh, yeah. So
Jimmy
this,
Butler's
this
back.
will probably be out by then.
Jimmy Butler is back.
He is back.
Who do you got?
He going to be D-Wade next year.
I mean,
No
in
knees.
Minnesota, you would take Minnesota, but I think I did say Denver was going to get into the playoffs.
Okay.
Minnesota was going to drop out, so I'm going to stick with.
I think
Denver
both
on
of you
this.
said Minnesota was going to be out, but I think you said the Jazz were going to fall out too.
I did think the Jazz were going to fall out, so I was
Yeah.
way wrong with that.
Who do you got?
Oh man, I'm going Minnesota, man. I never had any doubts in them. It was really surprising to me that they fell out so far down, but you know they played a lot of teams that were fighting to get in the playoffs and now are in the playoffs going into the last stretch of the season. So did OKC. People were fucking talking about like, oh,
KC.
Philadelphia. Well, they talk about like Philadelphia. They you were both wrong because I wasn't gonna talk about OKC, but because Philadelphia went on a 12-game winning
Yep.
streak, and I believe everybody that they played except Cleveland in that winning streak had a below 500.
Yeah, they beat a bunch of garbage teams.
So, you know, but everybody that the Thunder played going into this has been in the playoffs or fighting to get into the playoffs.
The Thunder are ready for anything at this point.
I think so. I would be very afraid to play that team
For sure.
So but you're going Minnesota then?
against Denver
Yeah.
tomorrow night on. Oh, it's on the other place. I was gonna say it was on
channel
TNT.
that you probably don't have.
Yeah, I was gonna say TNT, but no, it's gonna be on that other channel.
I got
Doesn't say
Minnesota too.
that game is not on national television. It's the only game that matters.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's gonna be on NBA TV. We'll give them a shout out.
I don't know.
I got Minnesota.
You got Minnesota?
Denver. I never liked Denver.
'Cause I never liked them.
All right, I'm taking Denver. I'm taking Denver. Let's see what happens. I can't wait. So playoff matchups are almost done.
Okay.
I just want to talk about one. I'm talking about the Pacers, and I'm really, really disappointed that we were stuck playing the Cavs in the first round.
Oh, really? 4-5?
I mean, that's basically what's going to happen here. Right off the bat, we get the Cavs, and I'm not happy.
Eliminate them.
I almost wish that we lost more games at the end here so we could play Boston or someone.
Remember
Oh, yeah.
Eliminate?
You know?
Eliminate. That was a great.
Remember that? Remember that
Dating
classic
show.
dating show?
Eliminate?
Yeah, that's what you guys need to do.
Channel 9.
Just need to eliminate them. Need to eliminate their ass immediately from the playoffs, first round.
I don't know if my Pacers are making the finals anymore.
It's not the kind of energy you need to be putting out there.
But, man, if they do, you're going to be on cloud 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really excited.
Yep.
And this weekend is like my birthday weekend, and it's the first
It's locked in.
round of the playoffs.
You can get
And
hammered either way.
And all of my friends are Cavs fans. So on my birthday celebration night, I'm gonna be watching the Pacers play the Cavs with a bunch of Cavs fans. It might be the worst
You're
birthday
gonna
I've
be the
ever
worst
had in my life. It might be the worst birthday I've ever had in my life.
Or it could be the greatest.
I go home at like 8:30, just crying.
It could be the
I don't want
greatest,
to talk
man.
to anybody.
You could beat the king of the NBA.
No, but the downside is if the Pacers win, all of my friends are going to be like pissed off about it.
Like, all right, guess the bill's on you.
Yeah, I guess that is the downside.
Yeah,
well, they could be happy for you if they're really your real friends.
We'll find out this Saturday night.
I'm telling you, it is locked in. It definitely is locked in. Y'all are definitely playing them.
Oh, yeah.
And good luck. Y'all can do it.
Thank you.
I believe it's going to happen for you.
Cavaliers,
I want it to happen for you.
Cavaliers signed a rim protector for Bill.
Kendrick Perkins
Oh,
is
yeah.
now on the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Mm-hmm.
They only need him to look, man.
Is he the most unathletic
I
player in the
believe-
NBA
I think
now?
that might be it. I think he's less athletic than Boban.
Yeah.
I think
Well, he was
I
posting
think
pictures of this a few
there's
months
a-
ago.
I think that there is
Which is really
a
bizarre.
curse at
Like,
the
he knew it
center
was gonna
position.
happen.
There is a curse at the center position at the Cleveland Cavaliers, especially when it comes to the playoffs. Remember what happened last year? Bogut got onto the court, first game of the playoff. Bow,
yeah.
knee, gone. Bow.
That was so sad. That was like a minute. He played like a minute.
What happened to Kevin Love when he was out there his first time as a Cavalier? Got out there, shoulder dislocated. Bam, done for the whole rest of the playoffs. First round. These are first round.
It was the
injuries.
first round. It wasn't the first game, though.
These are first round injuries.
What was that? Olenek yanked his arm out of his socket.
Olenek. Yeah.
Olenek.
Out in Miami getting that Miami paper now.
He is. Miami's going to win their division. That's crazy.
Shout out to them. They're playing in the
I
worst
think they're
division.
the biggest surprise.
Bro, they play
for
in the
me.
worst division. You would have predicted that. If I showed you that they play Orlando,
Magic.
then that they play the Hawks, that they play the Charlotte Hornets, you would have been like, oh, yeah. They're going to win their
That's
division.
true. That's true.
They're going to win their division. Who else is in that? Oh, yeah.
that fifth
They're
one?
going to win their division. I don't know who the fifth one is.
Obviously not good enough.
Doesn't matter. The average law of averages would have made them win in the
Washington
division anyway.
is in that division. What are you guys
Yeah, but
talking
John
about?
Wall got hurt.
Right,
Exactly.
but you guys would predict Miami to come out of that?
Yes, I would have.
I mean,
I did not trust the Wizards.
Technically, Washington can still take it, but right now they're in first. They're only a half game up. But
okay.
But I thought that was extremely surprising to me.
No, I don't.
Not
like
that they're better
I
than
don't like the
Charlotte,
Wizards.
Atlanta, or Orlando.
People
but
always
Washington,
say
I
that
thought was
they-
going to take that easily.
People always say that every year. The biggest surprise to them is Washington. The biggest disappointment is Washington, like because of how bad they are, and it's because they have talent. But they know how can you get so surprised 3 years in a row that this team is mediocre? This team
The
is
first year
mediocre.
they went out in the playoffs, I was surprised. Now I'm just used to
They
it.
were the 3rd seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they have the same team every year.
They've had the same team for the last,
It's
except
Marcy.
Paul Pierce is the difference.
Nene, that year they had Nene.
Paul Pierce was
They
on
were
that
awesome.
team as well. Yeah,
They were awesome. He was hitting mid-range jump
Nene,
shots. And
what is
now
Nene-
he's playing like
Nene's-
13 minutes a game somewhere.
Yeah, as I say, Nene's not good anymore. That's why they don't
Yeah.
have him anymore.
No.
And he wasn't. If he was their fucking saving grace,
Him and
then
Gortat,
they were
though,
in
were
trouble
like-
from the beginning.
Like
They're-
a great, like, just like,
1 and 2.
yeah. They were awesome.
And
They were
now he
awesome.
doesn't have another.
And then
two.
it all just went to shit.
He has no 2 now. He has nobody over there next to him.
No, he doesn't. Yeah.
I mean, but I'm just wondering why we're surprised. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
3 years in a row, it's like being surprised about the Raptors to me. They're garbage.
Yeah, I won't be surprised when the Raptors get knocked out in the first round. Not at all. I mean, they're hot right now. But
If I had to put money,
Oh,
it would be
good knockdown.
Cavs and then the Sixers to come out of the East. Right now.
yeah. I mean, that
Cavs
makes
and
sense.
Sixers East.
Sixers.
Who's your Eastern Conference Finals?
Oh, man.
Go for it.
Go for it.
All right, I'm not giving up on the Pacers yet. Okay,
Don't do it.
I'm going to say the Pacers are going to get out. If the Pacers can somehow get past the Cavs, we have a chance to do it because at that point we'll play the winner of Toronto or Milwaukee.
Man, if I'm you, if I'm you, they beat the Cavs. I'm picking them to go to the finals.
Championship.
If the Pacers can somehow beat the Cavs,
Yeah.
they're
I'm
going to the
like,
finals.
they're winning. They're
They're
going to
going
be
to the
Golden
finals.
State. They're going to be whoever.
So I'm
whatever.
going to go Pacers Sixers, and then the Pacers sweep the Sixers and go to the finals.
Let's do it. Book it.
Oladipo!
Yeah.
And then we're back to OKC versus the Pacers, or Houston versus the Pacers in my eyes, and Houston wins. So,
I think we might get that.
so
Houston.
my dream still comes true, but my other real dream doesn't come true. The Pacers win in the finals.
We might see the Houston Thunder matchup in the first round.
Yeah.
I would love. Is Golden State OKC a possibility still?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I want to see.
All right.
Right off the bat, that's what I want to see. Just started hot.
Houston, what is it, Golden State? Right now, it's Golden State, OKC.
Let's do it.
First round.
Durant, Westbrook. I want to see a fight.
And that's locked in. That's locked in.
I want to see at
Okay.
least 3 fights this NBA playoffs.
It's always big white guys that and a smaller player always getting into some shit.
Yeah.
No one ever throws any punches.
Oh no, it's talk.
Real
talk,
quick,
talk.
who do you think's got the hardest path to success to be a finals champion?
OKC
in the playoff.
OKC 100%.
You think it's OKC?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they have to go Warriors first round.
And then they'll have to
And
play
then
the
Rockets.
or San Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But you know what? Westbrook thinks he can do it, so I think he can do it.
Westbrook's the biggest guy in the court in his head. He's bigger than everyone.
I would agree with you guys. If you had it, because the Pacers probably were number 2 because they have to play
The Cavs
Cleveland
right off the
first.
bat.
But then who do they have to play really after that?
That's the thing.
It's kind of all of a jump ball after that anyway.
I mean, if Toronto wins, Toronto, I guess. But
But then we
know
don't,
they
nobody,
have to.
exactly.
Yeah,
And then if it's
exactly.
Philadelphia, it's like, well, maybe they got a shot there. You wouldn't be surprised if it's Miami. You already said you were surprised by the being there.
Yeah,
So you wouldn't be
exactly.
surprised if
Yeah.
they got beat. So
Yeah.
I would agree. It's definitely
yeah,
OKC.
yeah.
Mr. Triple Double.
That's sad
Triple-double.
for me. That means I'm going to be very stressed out and drunk this playoffs. Really drunk.
I'll just be drunk.
Oh, I'm going to be really
No,
drunk.
I'll be really stressed out too.
I'm gonna do heroin.
James gonna be hopped up on so much fucking heroin, bro.
This episode is brought to you by Long Beach Rehab Center.
That's fuck. I shouldn't make fun of him.
You're terrible.
It's okay. I've done it 2 episodes in a row. Might as well make it a third.
Make it a third. Make it a third.
So,
Okay,
anyway,
we're about out of time here, guys.
Yep.
close to
Good
it.
work. Yeah,
So,
I don't even know.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thanks for
dear
listening.
listener.
Chris James. Shout out to Chris James.
shout out to Chris James. You
Winner.
were the
James
winner.
wins
first
the winner of our comment.
actual winner.
Yeah, we're
of
actually
the
going to send
motherfucking
you.
thing.
We're actually going to send
We're gonna
stuff
send you
to
some-
Chris James. Thank
send
you
you
for
some
listening.
stuff.
Send him a
Thank
whole
you for
bunch of
your
crap.
comment.
Woo!
And if you guys haven't seen the comment, go onto the YouTube page and see what he wrote because it's pretty great.
I'd say it, but Chris James doesn't want me to cuss on this podcast.
Exactly. But we talked about that. It's not a curse word.
It's right. It's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
He loved it, I guess.
Yeah.
Or he hated it. What are you gonna love your gift package?
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Are we gonna tell him what he won, or
No.
Oh, it's gonna be a surprise.
You're just gonna get it, and then you're gonna love it, or you're gonna hate it.
He'll love it. He loves
But
everything.
I would put the Colt 45 in the refrigerator immediately before you drink it.
Just the time. He's a Cavs fan too, so he'll drink some Colt 45.
Right after the Pacers beat them.
At Tig's birthday.
We out.